I'd like to welcome everybody to the CDW hosted webinar on CloudReady by Neverwhere. My name is Joe McAllister. I'm a Learning Environment Advisor here at CDW. One of my many duties is hosting webinars such as this. Customers about issues they're having in the classroom, IT administration levels with technology. Colleagues are Santino Martinez and Maureen Corlett. We are part of a larger business development team that includes our educational strategists. We together are all former educators or IT directors or account managers. We even have a teacher of the year on staff. We all strive to create a better educational experience for our customers and their students. There is a partner that we achieved this through. So I'll introduce their CEO, Andrew Bauer.
Thanks much, Joe. And thank you to everybody who took time out of their busy schedules to join us today. My name is Andrew Bauer, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about CloudReady. CloudReady is a solution which transforms your existing Macs and PCs into a Chromebook-like experience. And so I'm going to take just maybe 5 or 10 minutes to tell you a little bit about the background of the company as well as the product. And then I'm going to turn it over where I'm very honored to be joined by one of our customers today who can tell a little bit how she's using it in her district. So once again, CloudReady. CloudReady is an operating system which we developed from the same root that Google developed Chrome OS. Back 6 years ago when they were looking to roll out Chromebooks, they not only wanted to roll out a new device, but a whole new ecosystem, which required a new operating system and a new back-end management. They built that off of an open source operating system called Chromium. We took that same root, Chromium, and we built CloudReady. As CloudReady is an operating system which can be put on PCs and Macs up to 9 years old, and it offers two main things that our districts love. It provides the same snappy experience that you get from a Chromebook, fast boot times, great performance. And secondly, it provides easy, seamless management from Google Management Console. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We built CloudReady to fill a hole in the market that Google did when they created a Chromebook. Neverwhere has been selling to K12 for almost 5 years now, and as Chromebooks started getting momentum about 3 or 4 years ago, the one thing we kept hearing from all the tech directors around the country was that they loved the performance and they loved the manageability of Chromebooks, but what they didn't like is that they had to buy a new device to get that experience. We created CloudReady to be able to work on a broad array of devices found throughout K12. We provide now 250 of those common laptops, desktops, and Macs to run CloudReady. When you put on there, that becomes the only operating system on there, and it basically functions and can be managed just like a Chromebook. And to manage like a Chromebook, it means being integrated with the cloud-based Google Management Console. So the ability to manage your CloudReady devices right alongside the Chromebooks that you already have in your fleet. Also provide updates in the same manner that Google does for Chrome OS. So in the same way that Google pushes out a new version every 6 weeks of Chrome OS, we similarly push out a new version of CloudReady from our own servers every 6 weeks. So we maintain all of the functionality that you get out of your Chromebooks, and we keep up with all the changes or new features that get implemented. As a point of reference for those of you who are paying close attention to what Google's doing, we usually stay about one version behind the version that they're on, a little bit of extra stability to our operating system, and allow them to work out the bugs before we move there. So, for instance, they just moved to version 53, and we're on our way to about to move to version 52. We're really about a new feature which we rolled out in the spring, which again was at request of many of the districts that we serve around this country. They said to us, we love Chromebooks, and we love the way that they work, but we still have certain curriculum that's tied to local applications that need to run on a Windows environment. So we provided them for a subset of our certified list, generally almost all the desktops and laptops that are 5 years or younger, the ability to dual boot. And dual boot means is you can install CloudReady alongside your existing Windows image, which gives the user, every time they boot up, the ability to either go into Windows or go into CloudReady. So what districts are using that for today is either 90% of the time when they're just doing web applications or using Google Apps for Education, they go in CloudReady and get that great, fast, easy, streamlined experience. But whenever the curriculum demands and they need to go into a local application that's running on Windows, they just reboot the machine, go into Windows, and it gives them the ability to deliver whatever curriculum is most important in the day. Dual boot is available at the same cost as straight CloudReady, and the only distinguishing feature is if you have a machine that is certified for dual boot. If you're interested as you're listening to this, you can check out our certified model list. You can get it on our website, www.neverwhere.com, or you can go directly to the web link of our certified list at go.neverwhere.com/certified models. That's go.neverwhere.com/certified models. You can peruse the 250 models that we've already certified for use. If you don't see a model that you have in your school there, that's not a concern. That is a very live and living document, and we continue to add new models to that list each and every week. We're excited that we've seen tremendous growth in between the start of last school year and this, now working with over 650 districts across the country and supporting over 110,000 licenses. We price the product in two different ways, either by device, depending on the needs of your district and how you like to purchase. We offer a live to a device for either $15 per year or $9 perpetual license. You own it forever, and with that we wrap in support. We have a new offering this year. We had a number of districts that were interested in using this on a wide majority of their machines. So this year, for the first time, we've rolled out site licensing. And what site licensing allows us to do is install CloudReady on as many devices as they want for the static price of $1 per student per year for all students that are enrolled in your district at the beginning of the school year. So we're trying to continually add more flexibility for districts to be able to use CloudReady in whatever way is best for them, the teachers, and their students. Excited that we feel like this is just getting started. While the majority of our business is here in the United States, this is a global phenomenon that's going on, and we're currently now working in over 50 countries around the world. We're proud and humbled by the compliments that we get from the districts that use our product, and as well, there have been a number of media articles that have been written on the software that have fully vetted it. There's a full list of articles on our website under the press section, should you want to peruse some of those and see what some of the editors at some of the major publications around the country have written about what we've done. And with that, feels like a really good time to go over and speak to the real special guest of this call. Ramona has been a customer of CloudReady since the beginning of this year at Coronado Unified School District, and I wanted to give her a little bit of time to talk about the impact that CloudReady has had in her district.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. It's nice to talk to you. We discovered CloudReady honestly through a conference, which was so great because I have used that as a way to prove that conferences are valuable and worthwhile to school sites and our school board, and they have seen the impact of this. We are a district that struggles with funding. We don't have Title I, a lot of other things that California schools can receive based on demographics. We actually have a pretty solid demographic structure for our students, so they don't meet a lot of the requirements for funding and with their family incomes, and so we often don't get any funding for technology purchases other than in just a big general fund. I was, stuck with this budget crisis at the time that we were increasing online testing, we were doing state online testing, and students, of course, all their curriculum is quickly becoming completely dependent on access to internet. So with this struggle, we have in place a replacement cycle for our computers, and I came upon almost $200,000 worth of machines I needed to replace last year alone. Under budget crunch, our board has directed us to really think outside the box. And our team met and said, well, what if we cloud-ready these machines? We heard about this CloudReady. I wonder how it works. We've been using Chromebooks. Maybe this could save us. And it did. We saved $180,000 this year alone in converting our computer labs that currently have machines that are 5 years and older, and our netbooks, again, about 5 years and older. We are going to watch for data on how long, at some level beyond the scope of CloudReady, the machines themselves, their ability to just keep running will come into play. But as you know, most machines, especially desktop computers, will crank along quite fine. They just start getting slow. And when we've put this CloudReady application on those desktop machines that are 5 years and older, they're running just fine. I took an entire Macintosh group. One of the things I was doing today actually is we've got to get some devices out to students that can't afford devices in their homes. I have a list, and we're taking old, 8 years old Macintosh computers. We tested the CloudReady on them. They were great, and we're going to CloudReady those and send them home. The cool thing about that is we can then apply our Google Apps for Education overlay onto their login, because we can place those devices in our console to support them and kill them, and that applies any filtering, and like we have YouTube filters and such built in our Google environment, so that when those students do take those devices home, if they are part of the CloudReady structure, they have the same safeguards that we have internally. So it's been a lifesaver for our district. I don't believe we would be providing the learning that students absolutely require without this. I think we would be in really bad shape. So, and every time I go somewhere and I hear districts say they're struggling, I say something to them like, don't you use Chrome? Have you looked at CloudReady? And they're like, what? I must know. So I'm kind of becoming evangelical about it, in the sense that my counterparts, when I run into them and I hear that they're struggling with things like sending devices home, even just getting beyond budgetary, but staffing, getting the computers in our computer labs ready for the online state test would take hours and hours and hours to hit every single machine and update it and have it ready with the new browser, versus now when the test comes along, just turn it on like any Chromebook in our labs. It's just huge. So there's the budgetary side of it that's really saved us, but then there's also the staffing side of it that all districts, regardless of their funding structure, could really improve upon their functioning processes from. Is that anything else you want me to add?
That was Ramona. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll just finish up with a couple of slides, and then we'll open it up for any questions, and then you can field those as they come in, what's directed your way. But thanks so much. We love to hear it. There's nothing we love more than wonderful partners like Ramona, because that's why we're doing this. We're a company that is almost solely focused on K12 and focused on trying to bring great computing to students in a cost-effective manner. And so there's nothing better for us to hear than not only are we saving the money and providing great computing, but on top of that, use case which I wish we were hearing everywhere around the country, that they're actually able to send some of these older computers home so kids have access to them at home. That is the beauty of, as Ramona was talking about, this Google Cloud Management Console, that you can restrict the domain and keep all of your policies in place with a computer that you even send home, and really increase the opportunity for them to learn through the device. We're proud that Ramona and Coronado are not the only place that you can find CloudReady in California right now. This list is by the week, and so if you're interested in talking to somebody else, hopefully we have somebody that's not too far from where you are. We're excited today to offer through our partners at CDW. CDW was our earliest partner. They were fast believers in what we were doing, and they've been really strong contributors to our cause. So if you go to our website, our standard trial that we offer districts is 5 licenses for 3 weeks. But as a thanks to CDW and all of their customers, we have expanded that trial to 30 licenses up to 2 months. All you need to do is go through that link that's up on the screen, go.neverwhere.com/CDW. That'll take you to a page within 60 seconds. You should be able to sign up for a trial. And then all you really need is an 8 or a 16 gig USB, which then becomes your installer. Choose your machines. We ask that you do take a look at the certification list to make sure that you're installing them on machines that we can bless. And then you're off to the races. And reach out to us at any time if you have any questions. We have a fully staffed support desk right here in New York, where we're based. So you, at any point during the school day, you can always give us a call. You can chat us, you can email us, you can call us. No matter which way you like to communicate, we try to make it easy for you to reach out to us and speak to us. And I think if you speak to any of our 650 plus districts, hopefully what they would tell you is, more than anything, we are available to get on the phone, to talk to you, to support you as our partners. Again, our DNA is K12 education, and so that's what we think about all day long. That's what we focus on, and it's what we make most important in our professional lives. So again, just as a quick summary, we think this is an amazing way to put so many more great working computers in front of your kids for a fraction of the price of new devices, whether it be laptop carts or in labs or in classrooms. The time that it takes to install it is 15 minutes per machine. You can make as many USB installers as you want. So the actual installation process is super quick. For larger deployments, we also support things like Ghost and SCCM if you want to push it out through whatever OS deployment system you have in place. Obviously, the whole idea of viruses and things like that are a thing of the past once you move to the Chromium or CloudReady ecosystem. Easy to manage through that Google Management Console, and we take care of all the updates. We try to take care of everything. No extra upcharge for support or anything like that. There's a price, and that gets you everything you need. So with that, there is all my contact information, abauer@neverwhere.com, and my phone number as well. You can feel free to use that at any point, starting as soon as I hang up on this webinar. We're happy to talk to you, and if there are things that we didn't address, you can put them right in the queue for Q&A, which I'll move to right now, or you can feel free to reach out directly to us. So maybe I will move to the Q&A right now. This question comes from Terry. It says we will be using MacBooks for this trial. After we install the trial and the system is blessed, what about switching back to Mac OS if we decide not to move forward? Yeah, so that's a great question. Thanks for asking it. Because an operating system, you are wiping out everything that previously was on the computer. So please write back into the box if I'm not answering your question, but you're essentially wiping the machine clean. So you would want to have some sort of recovery media to re-image the machine with after, because there's nothing built into our software to recover what was there before. So please make sure that everything is properly backed up, so that if you do want to revert it back to its original state, you have the ability to do that. The next question, the next couple of questions, looks like it's from Terry, which is, can you dual boot Mac? No, we do not support dual boot on Mac. As many of you are probably aware, Apple is challenging as far as playing with partners. So I know there's things like Boot Camp and Parallel and things like that, but we don't support that at this point. The next question is from, I think it's Skoda or Skada. I apologize if I'm not saying that right. Comment on sending home surplus computers with Neverware that are not domain joined. I'm not sure if that is a question for me or a question for Ramona. I
can talk about what we've done with the home version that doesn't require the domain, if that helps.
I think it's always more meaningful coming from you than coming from me. So I'll go on mute and you take it, Ramona.
So we're not planning on sending home devices that we own to students that are not joined to our domain. However, we have started to inform students that asked, oh, this is cool, can I do this with a computer at my house? We've tested out the home version. I've done it to my machines myself. I'm lucky enough to have a student of my own in the district. She is on my guinea pig, for better or for worse. So I took her old netbook, for example, and I did a home version of it just so that I could see how it works. My experience in the step of the Neverware is that we talked about possibly sending information home to parents that says, hey, you want to CloudReady your devices at home? There's a free version, but it's a little different on every device, and it does require you to go into some things that are a little bit on the computer tech savvy side. Our computer technicians taught those of us that are running through this how to do it, and we can follow those steps. So what we're going to do, and we're working out, is if you have surplus means or that we plan to just discard, or we have students interested in, never onto their own home machines, we're considering using our technology squad class of students at the middle school, training how to set up the home version and letting that be a training module for them, and then they can, set up times with kids that want to come in and do their own machines without having them on our domain. So it's a great option for homes that have devices. I think it's a little too high skill for them to do on their own without any technical expertise. So we're looking at ways that we could use our technicians in volunteer time and student support teams to help sort of bridge that gap for them. But as far as our district machines, I'll reiterate that we are sending them home with built-in console.
That is really helpful. And just for those of you that weren't aware, and I should have made this clear up front, I have up on the screen, this is just our website, so you can go do it at www.neverware.com. What you see is on the screen, the user has two options. Organizations, which would be schools or businesses, you can click on that button and get started right on the free trial. Again, for everybody on the phone right now, I would highly encourage you to use the link, which I'll go back to in a second, just because you get a trial with licenses for a longer period of time. But then there's also that button Home Edition for individuals. And that is a completely free and functional version of the operating system. So as Ramona talked about, you at home, and you can advise to your students and parents to the extent that, as she said, you do need probably some comfort with technology to get through it. They can put it on any one of their devices we recommend certified devices, but it works on a lot more than that. And then they can transform some old 7, 8, 9-year-old PC and essentially turn it into a Chromebook at home. There's only two distinguishing differences between the home version and the version for schools. One is its ability to join with the domain, with the Google Management Console. So you can't manage a device that has the Home Edition on it. And the second is we don't offer any support for the Home Edition. So if there are any challenges along the way, the employees that are here, they're all dedicated and they all love their jobs, but they also really appreciate being paid. So we need to focus, while we want as many people as possible to use this operating system, we have to focus our support efforts on our paid customers. But we heard from lots of other districts. One district that I spoke to about 2 or 3 weeks ago talked about that one of the gifts they give to their graduating seniors from high school is that they take their laptops that they're planning to dispose of, they re-image them with the free version, and then they give it as a graduation gift to the seniors that are graduating as a way, whatever they're doing next, whether it be 4 or 2-year college or going off into the professional sphere, that they're at least going with a working computer. So hopefully that provides just a couple more options. I don't see any other further questions.
Andrew, I did get one that was privately messaged to me. If the trial and they decide to purchase, are they going to have to reinstall all of those systems, or will they just continue to work?
You do not have to reinstall the trial. The trial, if you decide to buy, you just let us know, and all we do is we extend the end date on that trial. So it's the same exact license. That is different than the free version, which is why we always try to encourage schools that are looking to trial to go into the trial button, not the free version, because that is a completely different branch of the operating system, and you cannot upgrade a device from the free version to the paid version. You would need to reinstall. So yeah, for anybody who's thinking about it in their district, I would highly encourage to take advantage of the special offer through CDW, and you do not have to worry about ever reading those again for as long as you keep it on CloudReady. Any other questions from the group, or Joe, anything else that you saw?
No, I believe that's it. I would really like to thank everyone for taking time out of their day to come to the webinar. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and from my standpoint, I want to say thanks as well. A special thanks to Ramona, and my information again is up on the screen. So if there's anything that we didn't answer or something specific to your district that you'd like to chat about, please feel free to reach out via email or phone. We're always excited to talk to new districts and see if we can't be a help. So with that, I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and thanks so much for spending some time with us.